Welcome to yet another traditional fight night. We have a lot of stuff to go through today. 200 and something contenders, and we have the battle news, so I think we'll just hurry up and get straight into the battle news so that we don't have an extremely long stream. So we'll do that just right now. So here is the battle news, and there is some exciting stuff here. There's lots of stuff that has been requested, talked about over the past few weeks, why not even months. We'll get right into that. So where are my controls? There they are. Here we go. So the unique skin for the Fire Dragon is this undead type. Really cool looking skin. I think it looks great. It looks really good. Pyro Bebop prepped for the wrong army. Oh no! It is indeed. You can find it as Crucible's Horde. I've just noticed actually that there is actually even one army point not being used. So let's think about what we do about that. Not entirely sure yet, but we'll think of something. Let's continue on. So Power Stones tearing up our damage, critical strike, and leech. Defensive Power Stones tearing up our protection, cover, resist conditions 2. Tearing up for movement, Power Stones are speed, charge, and dash, and we're getting dodge in for next season. Then we have range Power Stones, tearing up aim and blast, and accuracy is being added. So you can get those archers homing into the long off targets. Then out of the ability Power Stones, nothing is tearing up, but we are getting resurrect. So that is cool. TSA, no. What? No, I don't know. Something's no. Anyway, now on to the balance changes. Now there are quite a few of these. I think we have 3 pages of changes coming up. Some are stuff that folks have been asking for a long time, so we'll go through those one by one. Ember Fiend, we are going back with the targeting area size because it is obvious that it's a great hammer that's been helping out the Ember Fiend a bit too much. So the targeting size will go back to what it was previously, which is 6, a unit area of 6. But the base attack damage is going to be reduced from 250 to 150. Wraiths, Draining Spirit, Monster Hunter, Spirit Panthers are all getting slowing effects immunity. The idea, there's actually a couple more in the next slide, but the idea why we're doing that is it fits the units in a way. Wraiths and Draining Spirit, they're spirit type things. Wraiths are floating above the ground. Same with the Draining Spirits, and having the roots slow them down just fine seems a bit odd. Also, yeah, the Spirit Panthers as well. They're spirit type things. So then also Ice Demon and the Valkyrie, same thing. Units that are floating above the ground, they won't be affected by slowing stuff too much. Earth Wardens are getting a nerf. I think folks have been waiting for that. The stone form duration, so the statue duration, is being decreased from 10 seconds to 6. We'll see how that makes an effect on the unit. Then the Revenant is getting a few changes. The first Power Stone slot is being changed from just offensive to offensive and defensive. This was asked for quite a bit. Well, I don't know, quite a bit. So a couple had brought this up in Discord, and we thought we would, agree with that. Then obviously the bug fix. There was the bug where it didn't really work with the mind shrooms properly, so that was fixed really quickly on the fly by giving it what we call an immutable immunity. And what does immutable immunity do, you might ask? Well, what it does is it means that it is permanently immune, even if you use artifact that would cap the immunity. Then anything that has an immutable immunity cannot be capped. So we gave it that power, which meant it worked then with going over the mind shrooms. But it has now been fixed for the next build, which will be coming out hopefully on Sunday or Monday. It will have the proper immunity. Yeah. So replace the mutable mind control immunity with the standard mind control immunity. So using artifacts, the proper artifact, then you can cap that immunity. And as I said, it doesn't end there. Risen Archers, it's getting a slight change. We'll go through what they are, and then I'll tell you the reasoning behind it. So the base attack damage is decreased from 300 to 250, and the base health is decreased from 300 to 250. The attack power per level, however, is being increased from 3.5% to 5%, and the health per level increased from 5 to 7.5%. So what this is doing now, we have noticed that the Risen Archers are overpowering at the early ranks, and possibly a little underpowered at the later ranks. So what this is going to do, it's more of a nerf to the starting ranks. So I would imagine anything from rank 1 to 12. And then for the later ranks, it'll be the curve of the power and so on will be rising higher than what it is now. So they'll be given a bit of a boost for the later ranks. So that should work out and do what we intend to. Artifact, Great Hammer of the Shattered Mountain. This is something that folks have been really waiting for. Slight nerf here. So the second attunement, along with the third attunement, the threshold required for them to trigger is now being doubled from 5 to 10. Obviously, this won't really affect it. If there's a swarm and you use a catapult, you're going to be hitting that 10 quite often and very easily. But it does decrease the chance for it to reproduce. For instance, if somebody's using a Titan army, then the chances of getting the 10 are greatly reduced. We'll see how this helps out. And then the artifact, Arcane Reconstruction Hammer, primary effect bonus effectiveness per artifact level decreased from 1.25 to 1%. So that should help out a bit with the Reconstruction Hammer. We'll see. It's a small change, but we shall see. And that, I believe, was the end of the battle news. So I hope you guys like that. Yes, indeed. So we have a new Fight Night account, Crucible's Horde. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Anyway, let's see. We have one army point not used. Oh dear, what should we do? I don't know. What should we do? What should we do? I don't know. Let's just do something very simple, and I don't even have any. There we go. Let's just I don't know. Let's just leave it at level 1. That'll be just super funny. Anyway, I'm pretty sure this army would probably work pretty well with missing the one army point. So without further ado, let's just go live. If you want to see the list, the order of the contenders today, go ahead and have a look at the description. I had to redo it because I did make a mistake. So if you guys have looked at it earlier, then I would refresh the whole page. The list you see there now might not be the right list. I don't know. But yeah, we should be ready to go. And then we can get to having a look who's in the chat, what you guys have been already talking about, and possibly reactions to the battle news. So yeah, I think we should be ready. We should be starting off with Amon-Ra 91. We are live. Everything should be good to go. There we go, Amon-Ra 91. I haven't really tested this army out, hardly at all. I spun it a few times at roughly the level it's at now, so 3,500. That's quite low. This was a army that I noticed there was some talk about in a Discord server. Won't mention who or which, but it looked cool, so I decided to go ahead and make a quick little copy of that. And I just did not notice that it was missing one army point. Obviously, there might be a small unit in there, which I don't know. I just didn't notice. So anyway. Mathmar, good to see you. Annie Viper's here, but being right back. Probably another nappy to change. So, Chacho is here. Yosef, how you doing? Constantine is here. Excellent. TSA, hello to you too. And Destroyer, Dr. Graf. Pyro's here. Perhaps for the wrong army. Hope you've had time to now redo it. Check where you are on the list, and you might have time to do something. Remember to just spin it up before you continue watching the stream. So, yeah, TSA, the one more army point. Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, it's just a level 1 blessed bomb bot, so it's not really going to do anything. Oh dear, it's a defeat for me. Oh well. Chacho, very nice. Rip Earth Wardens. Rip Earth Wardens. Yeah, but you see, the Earth Wardens have been a bit of a problem. Earth Wardens in conjunction with the reconstruction hammer. But we'll see. We'll see how the changes do, because 10 seconds for them to be in a statue form blocking everything. This is too much. Oxford, hello to you too. Ribs, see you later. Free to play build. Oh no! I suppose you were relying heavily on Earth Wardens then. I wouldn't say it's really going to be goodbye to them. You're still going to have a relatively good chance to keep getting more with the reconstruction hammer. The change there isn't that hugely huge, but we'll see. We have the balanced lever, so we can just, you know, go back and forth and so on. Oh man. Yeah, that would be fun. Cypo. Just never can tell with these Eternal March armies. Because everything can look really good, and then all of a sudden, poof. Like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be doing too well today. King goes here. Mathmar, yay. Ribs. Both hammer artifact got nerfed 3 times in the last few weeks. Yes, but not quite nerfed in the same way any of those times. But when there is something overpowering, then it can require multiple alterations to it until we find a nice balance to it. Victory. It's good that I got at least one victory. Destroyer, thinking about the Earth Wardens. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. When are we getting a new artifact? Don't know about a new artifact. Oh, and it wasn't mentioned in the battle news because talking about artifacts. There's been a few issues with the tier 6. I'm told we're not 100% sure whether we can get it for the next season yet. I mean, it's apparently basically done. There's just a few issues with it, which might cause yet another delay. So, fingers crossed we'll get it for next season, but it might go until season 3. Heavystyle. Oh, and I forgot to tell you what the rewards are. 300, 200, 100. So 300 for a win. A draw is 200. A loss is 100. We'll do a quiz, even though I did have a quiz, but I decided I didn't like the quiz and I scrapped it. So we're going to have to think of a new quiz. So first quiz. First quiz at 30 likes. So there we go. Yeah, I was wondering, has there been any change in units that have been used from the previous week? Destroyer, so we're doing tier 6 instead of new artifacts. Sounds good. Yeah, I mean, new artifacts. New artifact and a new boss. They would be cool to have. I'm hoping for those as soon as possible. We'll see. But the tier 6, that is something that's coming in, and then probably after the tier 6 has been introduced, then we'll be looking into some system to then work when they start to get maxed with the tier 6. Whether it's like gold or gems or something. That's to be that's something that we'll have to see in the near future. Sam, no. Corrupting everybody. So yeah, I mean, we could have a look. We've got look. Just thinking about what to put in the quiz. I'm thinking of what units are most used. The Emperor Fiend actually is a bit lower than what it was at the beginning of the year, so the past week. So that has been a little change there. Haha, Mathermar sent me a quiz. Yeah, excellent, excellent. We can do a few quizzes today. That's a loaded question. Yeah, third. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Yeah, we can do that definitely. I'll go ahead and have that for the first quiz. That's fine. Defeat. Though of course, yeah, we have the unit boosting, so that is actually a level 123 Blessed Bombar right there. Excellent. Oh man, I forgot completely about the unit boosting. So yeah. Well, we have the first quiz ready, so once we get the 30 likes, we can do the first quiz. So yeah, that's ready. I'm just thinking, what happened to the third modifiers? I think they were just way too difficult. But things have changed, folks. We have a lot more folks risen up in the ranks and a lot more powerful than back then. So, and especially with now the artifacts, lots of folks having the higher tiered artifacts. The third modifiers might be a thing. Super interesting, super interesting. We need risen hammer throwers. Oh, Mykill Myerz, how are you doing? And Patrick and Hayate is here. No, Haita, yeah. Migo is here. Pause 96, battling now. Is he going to win? Though the Ember Fiend is very powerful against the Eternal March, I have to say. Notorious, how are you doing? Thumbs up to you too! Risen Bomb Bomb. Woohoo! Risen Bomb Bomb. Oh. Poison Bomb Bot. Now that is that's an interesting one. I mean, I have to write. Yeah, I have to write that. So when I mentioned it to the designers, they'll go, "Yeah, we thought about that. Wasn't cool." Oh. I think knife throwers would be cool. Knife throwers is something different from hammer throwers. Though, yeah, I mean, or assassins that throw their knives. Risen assassins. How are they different from normal assassins? I don't know. Well, they come out with a little delay. Anyway, Viper, I feel like everyone who was complaining about mine shrooms are no longer complaining about it as they got level 5 rare crown ring. Yeah, I mean that's one also that constantly affects the balance when the majority of folks then get, for instance, a tier 5 or just a new tier of an artifact and they get more powerful and then things shift, things change. That is one reason why we don't solely rely on just the feedback on folks shouting, "I don't like that." We also do look at what the data says, because sometimes it can just be a situation where it's something that feels like it somehow then doesn't always work. But I'm surprised there's no nerf to mech horror. The ring makes them practically immune to everything. Yeah, but it's not really used too much. Like we look in the past week. Let's see, where do we find? It's used so little I can't even find it. No, it has to be somewhere here. Though of course we're running the same issue again, that we have the server names for these, and I wonder what it is, and it's not popping out. Entangling roots. Okay, an archer. Interesting fact, though, the hammer archers, they were originally, when they were being designed, they were called the knife throwers. Now they're the hammer throwers. Did I say hammer throwers? I don't know. The hammer throwers. When they were originally being designed, then they were called the knife throwers. Hammer archers. Did I say hammer archers? Yeah. I'm trying to find the mechanical horror. But it's you know, it's not. Oh dear. There it is. Mechanical horror is, well, it's not the least used unit, but it is at the bottom of the list. But I have to say that yeah. It works pretty well for those who use it. Not many do use it, but those who do use it, it works quite well. So I'd probably agree with you there, Annie Viper. It is very powerful, but it's not really used that much. And this is now thinking about just for the past week and for rank 16. Make a skin for the archers where they shoot hammers. Yeah. Mykill Myerz, why Traplight didn't publish the Battle Legion API? I don't think there's any API that's been made, so that's probably one reason. So you'd want something where you could get some, you know, like the current stats and stuff for units and so on. I'd like that. That would be really cool. Gotta block those. Hopefully it's not a cold coming in. The mummy skin. Oh, I don't know. Halloween. A flying unit that drops bombs. the bomb crows. They could be white, the bombs that they drop. Oh no! Yeah, Ribs, you can spam it, but you need to have the right combination. And you need to have an effective army where it works and wins. There should be flying units that only ranged units can hit. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, why not? Why not, indeed? Would be interesting. Would be very interesting. Would be very interesting indeed. Oops, what happened to my camera? Hang on. Camera. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. There we go. Yeah, Risen Bomb Crows. Oh, come on. You guys are just messing with me now. But Risen Crows. Wouldn't that be cool? Oh no, look at my win rate. Oh. I'm starting to think somebody trolled me with that army. Of course, it's probably my power stones. Didn't have good power stones on them. I think that Eternal March, I've got double protection and damage. So double protection and damage. Oh, that's good on those. Yeah, yeah, the heart. Yeah. A submarine-like unit that strikes like a shark fin across the arena. A submarine. We turn this into naval warfare. Now we could have some battlegrounds that are actually water, and then you could just, you know, have submarines and ships. Oh, what if you had the battleground, you had water and your opponent doesn't, and when your opponent's units walk over onto your battlefield and they drown? Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, it's along the lines of some idea that was bounced about once. If unit skins should have attributes to them, or battlefields should affect things, like if you put in a battlefield with ice and stuff, then it would have some kind of like freezing effect. Or if you use a certain type of skin on a unit, then it would grant that unit some certain kind of buff or something. Yeah, then have float power stone. Destroy. That'd be good. Float power stone. I mean, that'd be super cool. Well, why not a unit like the entangling roots, but it would be a pond, you know, like an area of water, and it would you know, drown any unit that steps into it. Just straight off. It'd be kind of powerful. What about slippery ground of ice like the roots? How would that work then? Would it be like slowing the units, or would they like just continue whatever direction and speed that they enter the ice area and continue that all the way through? Would that really help anything? Ribs, yeah. Yeah, I think you just found the possible design issue with the puddle. Accuracy decreases on the ice patch as units stumble around. Yeah. They wouldn't be able to attack or move in random directions. Yeah. Oh, I can just manage all the reports of bugs from that. Yeah, ice patch decreases the accuracy of ranged units. Yeah. So how often do ranged units actually cross over into the other battlefield? I think more often than not, they don't. I'm seriously losing to almost every single battle here. Hello, Queen Cleopatra. Mykill Myerz. So yeah, or they get knocked back inside. Yeah, exactly. They slip and fall. Anti-Viper, true. Well, not quite half, but yeah, certainly a larger amount, especially then if you use the Great Hammer. Oh, you guys, do you know what I just realized? We're going to be having Power Stone called Detonate. At least that's the plan. Which then allows the unit to explode when it gets killed. A limited explosion, yes, but it does explode. Did the crows have an offensive Power Stone? How cool would that be to have crows that they then do finally explode as well? Oh, we're gonna have to add an offensive Power Stone slot to the crows. Because I don't think the crows have. Ooh, I'm gonna get a win here. Yes! Oh no, Queen Cleopatra missed the sign up, yeah. Yeah, I couldn't have the sign up too early today, and I have decided I'm going to continue this, that the sign up does close. Well, I did do, I think last time and this time, 15 minutes before the stream. We could probably decrease it to 10 minutes before the stream, because really do want to be able to get the list ready before the stream actually starts. Though admittedly I did mess it up a bit today, which meant the stream started a few minutes late, but yeah. Ribs, yeah, Kamikaze Crows. The only thing with that is I don't think the Crows have an offensive Power Stone slot, and I'm pretty sure that the upcoming Detonate Power Stone is offensive. Or might it be defensive? I don't know. It could be a defensive one. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can get that checked somehow. Where? Design stuff. Oh no! I'll get lost in a minute. Yeah, that's the wrong place. It can get scary when you get lost. And where? Okay, it's probably called the Explode Power Stone, not Detonate. I don't know where Detonate came from. Oh, excellent! If it does in fact arrive, then yes, it is a defensive Power Stone, and I do think. Do the Crows have defensive Power Stone slot? Somebody check that real quick. Okay, Mathemar just checked that they don't have movement, they have offensive. Do they have defensive? I can't remember. I hardly ever use the Crows myself. Haita, you can check. The list is in the description of this stream. So you can check who we're battling now and check where they are on the list. They also have defensive. Whoa, we're going to get exploding Crows. Though of course there is a little maybe as if the Power Stone does not work. It is being tested, and I think it is being planned to launch this season, but there is still a slight question mark because yeah. We don't want to, you know, make things impossible. But it is a powerful, and it is a mythic and unique Power Stone. It'll be for Season 4. So hopefully, fingers crossed, Season 4 we get the Explode Power Stone. Along with the Infect Power Stone, I believe. In fact, it's also a mythic, but it will be coming in Season 3, I believe. It's a Power Stone where you have a chance to inflict plague with an attack. So. Fire 965. Oh, you mean there's lots of opponents today in the stream that have multiple Ember Fiends? Yeah. The Ember Fiends are good against the Eternal March, or at least they are at the moment. Anything that does massive area of effect damage, catapult, and so on. They do good damage to the Eternal March. And you get these situations where it's looking good, you have a lot of units on the battlefield, and then all of a sudden, poof, they all go. But now, the only chance I have now, I think, is if my Celestial Spear there we go. I was just gonna say, only chance is if it gets to attack the... Oh, but there's Draining Spirits. Oh no, oh no! Oh, that turned and escalated pretty quick. Gamer. Yeah, it's the same thing as last time. I don't know who's battling, who's coming up, and so on, without having to, you know, constantly be looking at the list of contenders. But anyway, Bisu is up next. Yeah, I'm getting a cold. Oh no. About 40 in. And we've got Bisu. Bisu, this is battle number 42. Oh, we're going along quite nicely. We have 220 something, so if we hit 50... Yeah. No, we would have needed to hit 50. Well, no, but we had the battle news, so we didn't start... Yeah, I don't know. We'll probably have to go over just a little bit. SimoGG. Yes. Ooh, we got 31 likes. That means we can drop a quiz. This is a quiz by Mathramar. In no way are we promising that either of these will be possible in the near future. But it's an interesting question, and I sure would be interested in knowing what you guys think. So it's a good quiz. Quiz 1. There we go. Have at it, folks. Quiz 1. Fractal design. Ooh, am I gonna get a win? Yes, I did. Yes. It's always nice to win. Not that bad. 46% win rate, so not that bad. One response. There we go. Now we got some good. Good responses coming in. But I also need to get prepared. I have the second quiz idea. But yeah, I think the third modifiers were those. Can't remember if there were any others. Can't remember if there were other modifiers as well. But certainly, yeah, I mean, especially folks have now got the artifacts and everything leveled up nicely, or at least later ones. Those who are battling SR15, for instance, third modifiers might be a thing to think about. Would give more, raise the level slightly, at least for SR15, maybe 14. And Fire 965, the modifiers in general, there, if you have a look at the raid, if you're doing a high enough level raid, they're the little extra things that happen. For instance, the earthquake. That means that the battlefield, there's an earthquake, I think it was every 5 seconds, and it causes knockback and stun, and I think some health damage. Then there's the wounded modifier, where you start off with a large chunk of your health being removed. Yeah, and then there are the modifiers where there's boost to some conditions and ranged or melee attacks and so on. And they're modifiers that are helping, giving a boost to the raid bosses armies. So that's what the modifiers are. Constantine, what is SR16? It's a star rating. Star rating 16, that is just something that's not even in the game yet. We have star rating from 1 to 15 at the moment, so they're the raids. So yeah. And they are the raids. Yeah, so the level of the raid. 1, 2, 3, 4, and all the way up to 15 at the moment. Christian. Hello there. Hello, hello, hello. So, yes. Ooh, Sarum. Oh, so, yeah. Thought that was going to be a real challenge, but it wasn't after all. Christian's on his lunch break. SMGTNK. Destroy's on his lunch break too. And that's a long lunch break. Victory. So where we go? Sunny EXE. Oh, these battles have slowed down quite a bit. 50-second battle now. So this army is posing a challenge for some, at least. Christian's in need of a vacation. Yeah. I don't know, Christian. I've said before, I mean, I'm not following the lists anymore at the moment because I'm sharing the lists, so that's definitely one kind of bad part to this. You're going to be battling number 103, and we're now doing, I think, 53, so about 50 more battles to go. So you might not have time to see it. Depends on how long your lunch break is. If it's like only 15 minutes or if it's like an hour. Depends. Minute lunch break. Yeah, might not get to that in 30 minutes. Thunderhead. Hola, Crucible. You almost got me with switching accounts, but I hope I noticed in time. Yeah, well, yeah, you're going to be battling 104, so you still have time to do changes and so on. Just remember to spin up whatever you do before you battle. Yeah. Hola, Thunderhead. So... Frankenstein. Yeah, because I wanted to do this battle with with the spear, but without having the tier 5 spear. Oh, now that's wrong. I was supposed to have the spear. It's, well, I mean, the freezing artifacts. That's all right as well. I was planning to have the spear, and that's something that's gone wrong there. But having the freezing pendant, that's not bad because this army is a longish army. And it would have been the pendant 5 in Crucible's minions as well, and I think it's not nice to always have the overpowering. Hola, Crucible, hablas español. I can read and possibly pronounce things I read quite well, but I don't know. Spanish, I can't do that. But, I can read and mimic a few languages quite well. Ooh, destroyed the paperwork. You should do Duolingo. Yeah. Well, I can speak Finnish, obviously, and English, obviously. Then I can speak a little bit of German, a little bit of Swedish. Yeah, that's about it. Fire 965 buff RDs. What are RDs doing at the moment? Fire 965, what rank are you? Let me know, what rank are you at the moment? Fire 965, what rank are you? I mean, I could look, but it's easier if you shout out. I don't know, if you rank 16, for instance, you're around 700. Yeah, that's your rating. 700. What would that be? Might be like, I don't know what rank. What rank is 700? It's probably going to be like rank 6 or something. I don't know. It's better if you don't put your if you don't put your player tag on the chat, but yeah, well, I mean, I might as well. I can search for it. You did. Oh, you meant 700 in the global position? Yeah, 700. Okay, so yeah, rank 16. Rank 16, Righteous Defenders. Let's see, how are they doing at the moment? Because they were nerfed. They did get a little nerf. Nothing had been done to them for a long time, and for the longest time, we constantly had a call for them to be nerfed. And we were thinking, well, they don't need a nerf. Folks were just continually talking about them needing a nerf. And so, hey ho, we gave them a little bit of a nerf. And now everybody wants them to be buffed. So let's see, how are they doing? Righteous defenders. Yeah, they're used quite reasonably well, but indeed their win rate is not as good as it could be. It's definitely not midway. It's closer to the end at the moment. So yeah, I mean it is an option. I can mention it. RD's buff. Sure, I can speak English and street slang. Chalkfun, third modifier, more potions equals more scam. Bring back first raid system, that was awesome, and everyone loved it to test with 15 keys and stuff. Just make them harder while people have higher level artifacts. Bring back the first raid system. Starting to think, what was the first raid system? The very first raid system did not have any artifacts, I don't think. That was only around for like a season or two. Then we got the artifacts in. It was kind of like a period where the raids were being tested before the artifacts came in, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Christian, listen to Destroyer. Yeah, it's been a few streams where somebody's always brought up that the RDs need buffing. The data, at least for the past week, let's open it up a bit for the past month. Yes, there we go. The Righteous Defenders, at least for the past week, in rank 16, then they haven't been the best. Yeah, they're pretty much the same for the whole month. So yeah, I mean, it is a possibility. I'm not in charge of that, so but I can definitely nudge the design folks to see what they think, and as the data does support it somewhat, then yeah. Harvey Pop, as a non-RD user, I support Christian's cause. What, to buff the RDs? Say buff RDs if you support the poor RD armies, yeah. Yeah, the RDs, it's a super tricky unit actually to balance because on their own, on their own, if you don't have too many groups of them, then they're not going to be doing their own buffing to wow. But if you have them all, if you have all 8 unit groups and you have them semi-well leveled, then they're quite powerful. And so that poses the slight problem of buffing them. So, yeah, buffing them, balancing them. It's fun how we create a unit that causes problems in balancing. So yeah. But yeah, it's no problem. I've already written it down for stuff and ideas to present to other people. Ah, Ribs, nerf RD. Okay, we'll nerf the RDs. Righteous Defender nerf coming up. Now to wait for the chat to explode. Victor. Yep, Pyron, there you go. If they're like 80 or less, you're not going to be having too many units in the groups. So. No, I was joking, Fire 965. They're definitely not going to be nerfed. Can't promise a buff, but definitely no nerfing. So. And also, just a tip, anybody who wants to try out the RDs, if you have, make sure you have as many groups of them as you can, and put the ones that don't survive long, so the lower level ones, further forwards. So the idea is that your lower level RDs get killed off quicker, but they will be then buffing the more leveled up ones at the back. Usually. So that might be one thing to remember when using RDs. Not to keep the lower leveled ones at the back. I have eight groups of 150 leveled RDs in the stream account. Not my own. We had that once. The 8 level 150 RDs. We had that once in one fight night. Victory. Yeah. Rio. There we go. Battle number 72. Yeah, this stream is going to stretch a little bit. Once we get to battle number 100, then we can kind of guesstimate how long it's going to last. Oh no, Christian. Hope you had a good lunch. See you later. Fuzin. I might be getting a win here. Boom! Oh, we have risen army. Excellent discharge. It's good that you can stay. Busy with the paperwork. Oh dear. Well, it's a good thing I don't have my lunch break right now because we'd have to pause the stream. Ronin. Gaming with King Max. Hello, and how are you? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Destroy. Well, aren't you special? Oh no. $150 RDs. 150 RDs? I mean, level 150? Yeah, in was it the Crucible's minions fight night account? There I have the 150 level RDs. I'm gonna do that for the next fight night. Have 8 150 RDs and 8 150 arcane blades, and how much more do we have? We've got, yeah, It could work. Yeah, good job, Barry Monk. Yeah, quite often Barry Monk saves the day. Ooh, mechanical horror. Well, we were just talking about mechanical horror earlier. Doesn't seem to be withstanding too well now. Nope. Oh, it came back. There we go. It's gone now. I have to say, this is looking pretty good for me. Ooh, there we go. Tree. Win rate is still, I believe, it's below 50%. Yeah, 43. Latry Swarm. But yeah, about the battle news we had, I hope folks are happy with the nerf to the Great Hammer. Hopefully that'll have some effect to the OP nature that it has at the moment. And then the Earth Wardens. I actually tried them out, the Earth Wardens, with the shorter statue, and they were still a pain. so yeah. Destroyer. Ah, too many emoticons. Emojis. Destroyer level 150 RDs. Yeah. Yeah, paperwork is a pain. Yeah, it can be. Most definitely. The destroyer you're mentioning now the level 150 RD. I wonder if you're is your YouTube running live, or are you watching slightly behind? Because I'm pretty sure that the yeah, I think the lag is down to about 10 seconds at the moment. I tried something new and it's really short now. The lag is only about 10 seconds. Thunderhead, yeah, I mentioned that shortly after the battle news. There is a chance that it will be coming up for Season 2, but can't promise it. It is kind of ready, but there are a few issues which might not get resolved in time for Season 2. We don't want to put it out. We want to have it as good as possible, so it might get delayed to Season 3. Oh. But we'll see. Yeah, Destroyer, you must be watching with a delay at the moment. So check that you're watching live and not like a few minutes behind. Ketu is going to win. Rato Karpanan. Oh, the toad! You don't see the toad too often. It's always nice to see the giant toad. Oh, right. Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, no problem. I was just thinking, yeah. I can ask a bit slower. And then we might be in sync. Just joking. Yeah. 007. 007. This is battle number 86. Yeah. My army isn't overpowering enough because these battles are quite long. But yeah, and then we have lots of units getting immunity to slowing effects. Basically units that it suits for, so units that are, you know, not on the ground, so that they're above the ground slightly, and also spirity type units. They were getting immunity to slowing effects, so we're hoping that also kind of curbs the amount of draws that we're getting at the moment, because there are lots of battles which they just draw on and 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 on. So we'll see if that helps with the with those draws. So yeah. And shoot away if anybody has questions about the balance changes, then I'll do my best to answer why we decided to do something and so on. That's if I know. Voldarian. Victory is mine. Ooh, 57% win rate. It's true, now you're saying it so slow. I asked that about 5 minutes ago. Yeah, no, that's cool. Tier 5 toe is pretty good. It is. I haven't tried, because I do think my personal account, I think I got the tier 5 toe. And I used to really like a Titan build. Like a year ago or something, I always had a Titan build. Then I gave that up because it just didn't work. But yeah, now I have the tier 5 toe. I think I might try a Titan build again. Sure, that works. Crucible, lol. What works? I don't know. Oh dear. Is anybody else watching the stream? It's just me and Destroyer. Oh, Thunderhead was a while ago, but yeah. Riel. Does this say? Yeah, Thunderhead's here. Yeah, I mean, there's like 38 odd others here as well. A few that aren't signed into Google either. Yeah, because I don't know if you're signed in or not into Google or YouTube. If you're seeing and watching now, I'm not sure. Anyway. Ryan is here too. Excellent. Oh! Marhakon. It's almost an identical army. Well, you running the dragon. This is going to be interesting. I was that popped up and I thought, oh, we've got a mirror. Obviously, we didn't. Well, Marhakon knew how to make a better layout than I did. Oh no. Yeah. Well, Destroyer's coming up soon. Also Anti-Viper. And Christian's coming up. And Thunderhead. Everybody's in a group here. Rockle. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna win this one. Not with the Ember Fiend and the Demon Flower and Reno. Alistair. After Alistair, we have Alpha Noob. Alpha Noob, was that one of yours, Mathramar? I don't know. I can't remember. Alpha Noob is Mathramar's, yes. I remember lots of the noobs are. Noobosaurus and Destroyer talking slow. But Destroyer, I did that like 5 minutes ago. You're messing with me now. You gotta be messing with me now. All your noobs are belong to us. Destroy either that or space-time. The space-time continuum is seriously messed up, and I don't know where I am either, so. The keylogger. Destroyer, you're up next. So you can just check. You're the next to battle, and just let me know when you hear this. Because if you say, oh, I'm battling now in 5 minutes, then yeah, something's wrong. Something's really wrong. But then you are messing with me. Yeah. See how Destroyer does. Well, he's got double Ember Fiend and the Demon Flower, and using the Earth Wardens, and has the Reconstruction Hammer. So I predict that Destroyer will win. Petaglu. After Pataglue, we'll have Orm, and then we have Anti-Viper. And after a bit, we'll have Thunderhead. Yeah, there is the Celestial Spear Attack Stone Worth Warden. That is an issue that seems to be very, very deep-rooted. The guys are aware of it, and they are looking into it. And the funny thing is, it doesn't happen always, so there's something strange. Orm. Yeah, and Stormcaller and so on, so. Destroyer, Oh, you are mean. Destroyer, oh no. How responses to Revenant so far, and what is the highest level anyone has? I don't have information on what the highest level is. Level 8? No. I'm thinking where I could find that information. Do I have it? Do. Yeah, I'd have to do some major SQL queries to get that information, so not doable right now. But I don't think there are that many, except, well, obviously when Destroyer, you are about, I don't know, you are at least a few minutes out of sync. So I'd refresh the page or something. Yeah, I mean, at least a few minutes, so either refresh it or something. Because you are talking about stuff we talked about minutes ago. So Thunderhead, double Demon Flower. Now you're just being mean. It's just super mean. Double Ember Fiend as well. Good game, good game. But yeah, Thunderhead, back to your question, responses to the Revenant so far. I don't know, seldom see too much response once the unit is released, because folks just don't have it leveled up enough. Even with the unit boosting, folks don't get to use the Power Stones on it. which means that they won't really use it too much in any case until they really do get it leveled up. So it'll take a while. It'll take like maybe a month or so until we start to get some proper feedback on how it's running and working. I mean, if we have a look at well, let's have a look how is the Revenant. So it's used very seldomly, and the Revenant's own win rate is not very high. It's much closer to the low end than it is to like being midway, so really well balanced. Which means that we might, microphone's a bit weird, there we go. Which means it might need some buffing, but we're still waiting for it to actually start to be used with artifacts. TSA, is it just me, or the Skull T5 needs a nerf too? Those skulls never die. Ooh, I don't know. Ooh, I don't know. We're pretty much halfway now, and we've only got half an hour until the official stream would end. But yeah, we'll continue. No worries. And even if, for some reason, if this would stretch out to be a super long stream, that we do have to end it before we battle everybody, then I can leave the system running and spinning away, even though the stream ends. So no worries, we'll battle everybody one way or another. Annie Viper agrees with TSA. I going to be coz for me. Can't freaking type today. Close. And probably it is going to be close for me. You mean your battle? When are you going to be battling? I don't know. Let's see if I can do a search. Pyro 166. So we've got a ways to go still. We have some good battles later on as well. We're going to be having Jepser and Dead Reaping Hood and Muchacho. Narcissus at 179. Loop Sauce at 174. Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Oh no. Defeat. Capilla. Yep, defeat. That's been a theme for me today. A lot more defeats than victories. Gustav. Milan's coming up soon. Nuvimus Maximus. Oh, there's a new style of signing up that some folks are doing, putting in multiple tags into one single sign up. That won't be working. There were about 5 this time, and it's time consuming to correct. So that won't be working, but might come up again. We had at one point did have a sign up form that had multiple slots that you could put in multiple tags into one sign up. Yeah, there were some downsides to that, but we'll see. I will bebop lots of that. Varian. Pyro. We're gonna have some folks doing that next time, I can assure you. Why is it that Void and Festival wagons have 135 units and Plague, Storm, and Winter all have 90? They cost the same. A very good question. I remember asking this myself. Do not remember what the answer was. That's certainly something, because I want to know myself now again. So I'll grab that and I will find out. It was a perfectly logical reason, just can't remember what it was. I've got options, but I just want to guess. Void Star Festival 105. Oops. Winter only 90. Paper Tiger. May have made sense for all the release of new minions, but I wonder if that's still the case. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just wondering if it was something along the lines of that there are more mythics and rares in those wagons, so the value is higher, or there's more of a chance to get rares and mythics. Yeah. No, I'll find out. No problem. Defeat. Tyrant. Yeah, these certainly are long battles. Usually we've been able to do about 200 battles in a fight night. They've usually been ones that are really, really fast battles. This is a more balanced army. Now we're at 54% win rate, so it's relatively well balanced, which always just means longer battles. We have some funny in the Discord, in the art submission channel. You can submit your creations or ideas of cool profile portrait art. There's some really funny ones. Not 100% sure if there's anything that we could have in the game. Except my favorite. My favorite is the balance slower. The balance slower, it's good. I like that. I really like that in the game. Yeah, I can repost the quiz. It's still open. The quiz is still open. There we go. Oh, Breather and Alan, good to see you. Breather, what did I miss? Well, you missed the battle news and about half of the actual fight night, even though we are getting close to the end of the normal scheduled time that we have. We can do 2 hours, but we will continue. And if for some reason I need to cut the stream off, I'll let the system run and it'll do all the battles like it should do. Yeah. But yeah, Breather, there's some good balance changes coming up. A group of units are getting immunity to slow effects. Both hammers are getting some nerfs. Well, the reconstruction hammer is only getting one small slight nerf, but the great hammer is getting more nerfs to both units 2 and 3. And yeah. And then there were lots of other balance changes. Earth Wardens. The statue form is being cut back by 4 seconds, so it is 10 now, but next Monday it will only be 6. Still quite long, but yeah. But yeah, go check the beginning. We started watching the battle news right off the bat, really quick. So I had a feeling we're going to be going majorly over time. Breather, you're just listing things I use all the time. Oh, you mean all the units that are getting buffed with the immunity to slowing effects? Ribs, they nerfing the free-to-play build. Well, that's funny you say that. There is actually no like free-to-play build. Every rank probably varies by every 300 rating points. And they're going to be different metas that change all the time, constantly. So yeah, to be able to get anywhere, then you need to be able to respond to each meta. If you don't, then that will stagnate your progression. Yeah, Breather, if you've been relying on the slightly overpowering combination of Great Hammer, Reconstruction Hammer, Earth Wardens, then yes, there's possibly requires a change in tactics. Yeah, I believe so. Grey Hammer. It is an area effect. The Explode Power Stone. It should buff that Power Stone nicely. Indeed. We already checked. It was the Explode Power Stone, and that was coming in. I think it was for season 4. That was a defensive Power Stone. So. TSA, T5 rare, 3rd attunement. You mean all the rares or a specific one? I don't think we're going to be doing artifacts. We want to limit it to tops 2 artifact changes. Oh, the skull. Skull in particular, yeah. Oh. Yeah, might be something for season 3. I don't know. But check shot. Anything that says immune in the attunement should be looked at. Yeah, yeah. Destroyer, no! You saw your own battle and that's it. Okay. Well, you're saying later now, so that means you probably left about 5 minutes ago. Okay, anyway. Later! Breather, I don't know if you'll win. You're coming up soon. You're now! Oh, you're now. Ooh, using the Thunderstone. Oh, it is there. Oh, no, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Ladok. No. Well, win rate's 59% now. It's been bouncing all over the place. No. Yeah. So, Sun Seol, battle number 131. See, even 8-unit RD army from Ladok is no good. Buff RDs, buff RDs, buff RDs. Yep. But I didn't notice what level his RDs were. You know, I mean, if they're low, really all just really low level, then that could be one explanation. Some units just are super tricky to balance because if you buff them too much, then they'll be too overpowering when they do get their own buff or enough of it. Yeah. And then if they're not buffed enough, then they'll be super useless when you don't have enough of them, and yeah. so pylon. I'm gonna get a win. Thorn Oak Shield. Average 110. Yeah, it's possible that they do need some looking into. Some TLC. I don't know, maybe. Wolf 230. Ice RD is actually pretty strong. Ice RD? Yeah. Name changed to Ice 965. But it's good to see that the change in the Frost Bloom has tamed the use of those quite nicely. They're not used to have, I mean, just even a few Frost Blooms and they would tie up your whole army. They're still used quite well. They're not like everywhere all the time. Oh, Jake Shall is leaving. Oh no. Well, hope you had fun. It was good that you were here. Super good. Super cool. Yeah, and it's cool that the Stompers are getting used now because we went for pretty much, it took from the entire time that we've had the artifacts, It was only like maybe a month or two ago that the Stompers actually started to come around and start to be a thing again. Possibly be with the balancing of the Bulwark. It's nice that there's more variety now. Folks aren't all using just the same thing all the time. No Torius. I agree. Frostblooms, they were terrible. Even if you had like more of them, like 4 or 5 even. Oh, that'd tie up your whole army. Pyro Bebop. It's great you were here. Have fun. Have fun. Guaivo. That's a good idea. Using RD with other units that deal out some freezing. And then we are looking into it's a bit early to talk about it too much, but the next era, new unit there, will possibly be bringing some more fire to the game, which hopefully will make the sort of the Phoenix more of a thing. Pataglu. I don't know, did you battle already? Have a look at the list. I have a feeling we did. You did. I have a strong feeling. Yes, you were battle number 99 and we're now doing like 140 or something. So we did already meet on the battlefield. Fire 965. Funny that you should mention that. It's just, I'll just leave it there. I'll just say, very funny that you should mention that. Yeah, I'm not saying anything. Gorf was no match for my endless march. Migom's alternate account. This is an interesting one. Lots of walls. A burning water boiler. Would be cool if it's like the Stormcaller that causes fire. It talks of more combo units like the Icebreaker that could auto kill if under an effect. I don't know, being able to, you know, shatter a unit that's frozen, and that's kind of a very logical kind of ability. But I don't know how logical it is then if you had like a unit on fire, that would be, you know, one shot just because it was on fire. But it's always enough. I mean, there's lots of various ways and kind of like attributes that any unit can have. Not to mention about stuff that brand new stuff. So, yeah. Petrol thrower. Oh, could throw, yeah. Petrol bombs. The list is in the description of this YouTube stream. So if you have a look at the description, you'll probably have to click on, there should be like show more or something. The whole list of everybody is there. We are now battling... Ooh, we're battling Mr. Roger, who is battle number 148. So we have about 80 more battles to go. If the next unit is a fire unit, does that mean the next era is Fury of the Elements? Possibly. Possibly. It might be. Let's see. No, there's too much. No, that's the wrong. No. But is it Fury of the Elements? I don't remember. No, it is Festival of Veils. Festival of Veils is going to be the next era. The era of multiple factions. Might also hint to what kind of a unit it might be, or what some of its attributes might be. Super early talking about. We're in season 1. Yes, it's going to be multi-faction. It has to be Festival of Veils. So yeah, there's a little bit of sneak peeking super early in the current era. Alkafan. A water boiler. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Yep, sure. Mathemar. No, it's not. No, no, no. We'll make a unit just like that, just for Mathemar. Dead Reaping Hood. Yeah, sorry, Mathemar, that was it. You used your one and only chance to create your favorite unit, and you have used it on. The Pyro Bloom. Crucible in pajamas? No. Are the colors, do they look pajama-y? I don't know. No, no. It's a proper shirt with a collar and everything. You know? Nice gray and red and blue bits. Yeah. I wouldn't mind now that you mention it. It is late in the evening. Could be getting some sleep. Do an emulating spirit, basically a draining spirit that doesn't do damage but applies burn. Audrey as a unit would be cool to protect my back from Risen Warriors. Yeah. Yeah. Win rate's back under 50 again. Greetings, Gorka Morka. Nice to see you here. Have you battled already? Did you sign up? Gorka Morka, you did? You were battle number 68? We've already battled. Oh no. Now we have Muchacho. Battle number 159 out of a total of 231. We're gonna be here all night.
Nah, probably not. Firenado. Whirlwind of fire that randomly traverses the battlefield. Goes exactly where no other units are. Wasting everybody's time. Oh, that's RNG. No worries, Gorka Morka. It's fun that you can make it, even if it's late. No problem at all. Tier 6, we'll see. Hopefully, there is a few issues with it that we're working on, but there is a chance that it will have to wait until season 3. Oh no! Yeah, but we prefer to have any known issues to be corrected before it's put out there. So we'll see. But it could go exactly where you want it to, and nothing could be done about it. Yeah. Flamethrowers. Yeah, we already have like a flamethrower unit, the Phoenix. That's when designing, coming up with new units. Usually, you don't want to have a unit that is like too much of a copy of a existing unit. Oh yeah, quiz 2. Yeah, I had actually it came to me to just ask straight out. Yeah, this is about the Righteous Defenders. Should we do it now already? Well, we have 40 likes. Yeah, I didn't update the text to that. We are slowly nearing the end, but nowhere near to it yet. This is a very long stream today. I'm worried that these really long streams are just super boring and they're not very good to have this long, so might have to think about something else. Can't really do this that we guarantee to fight everybody because these just get too long. Everybody gets bored. There's quiz 2. Go ahead and answer away. Was that the right one? I think it was the right one. Well, we'll see. Did I just do a new link to quiz? No, I did. Yeah, quiz 2 is working. Again, this quiz, it does not guarantee that we'll be doing anything of these options or anything. So this is just to get a general kind of opinion of the folks who are watching or following the stream or getting the quizzes leaked somewhere. Anyway, there was somebody who had a muchacho. What's up with these commercials nowadays? You have to close it like 12 times. Yeah, they can be a pain. Though, contrary to what some might think, we actually don't really have much control over how the ads work. They are controlled by the ad providers. So there's not much control over them, other than obviously we can inform them what restrictions we would like, what kind of things can be in the ads. But then of course the ad providers have their own customers who create or want to have certain ads, and they now and then force in ads that are kind of contradictory to what the content should be. So it can take a while for them to fix that as well. But also, they do come up with the most devious ways of extending the ads and having to click this and click that. And you first have a 30-second ad, and then it goes into a cooldown for some reason. And then it opens up the shop page. And then you close that, and then it gets into another 5-second cooldown. And then you can close it. They can be a pain now and then. Granted. But yeah, that's how they run, and that they have their own set of guidelines and so on, which they obviously have to adhere to, but that is how they see fit to run the ads. So yeah, but one of the best way, I mean, if there are lots of ad types, that kind of a system where they just go overboard. While you're watching the ad, tap the I button, or there'll be a little I or a little question mark, or there'll be some icon somewhere in one of the corners. While the ad is playing, you can tap that, and it'll open up the information for the ad, and in there will be a link to send feedback, and that will go directly to the ad provider, and so you can send feedback that you absolutely hate this, and that hopefully will then give them cause for concern and think that they might need to change it slightly, and so on. So yeah. Yeah, muchacho, I like those, the 5-second ones, but I have not seen those for ages. Used to get those quite often, especially here in Finland, because Finland is not like the highest kind of commercial targeted country in the world, because there's only like, what, 5-something million population. So we used to have lots of short ads, but that's changed. They're all really long now. So yeah, and then it is a pain because obviously the ad providers are trying out new things constantly, new ways, new systems, and so on. And so then now and then they get issues with their systems, and you can't close the ad. The X button doesn't do anything, or then the X button doesn't even show up, or you close the X button but then you don't get a reward. And those are all tied into the ad provider's systems. So basically on our end, it's just the game is just requesting, it gets in touch with the ad provider and requests, we need the ad. And then it sends back the information. Here's the ad, show the ad. And so then we show the ad, the system that they have. And then once the ad ends, then the game then sends a request. Was the ad watched? And if they don't reply correctly, or if they reply that it wasn't watched, or whatever, something wrong on their end, then the game won't give the reward. And those are tricky because we don't have any methods of knowing if the ad was watched or not, because it's all running on the ad providers. So yeah. Pataglu, we need the same quiz, but with endless march. Yeah, it might be a fun quiz. Shalkafan nerf and buff is pretty unclear. Well, it's pretty clear, but maybe like, I mean, if there was like some, just buff a little bit, but not much. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just the consensus if people are happy with it or not, and if they're not happy with it, then which direction are they not happy with it? So yeah, but so. Because when we do then come up with a buff or a nerf or any kind of balance change to anything, then obviously again, yeah, it is based on feedback that we get, volume of the feedback, and then basically the data, at least in most cases, needs to somehow corroborate the feedback that we're getting. So yeah. But then there are cases where something is complained about enough and long enough and by enough people that even if the data says otherwise, then we will then listen and we do change, and we've done that. And we'll run into the situations where I told you so. But yeah. But yeah, luckily lately we haven't had too many issues with the ads. You just mentioned that if an X button is missing or it doesn't work or whatever. There was a point, I think, maybe a year ago, half a year ago. No, it's definitely before the summer, probably about a year ago. They had some major issues, and I think like half of you guys were getting the problem where you just couldn't close the ad, and then when you finally did close, then you didn't get the reward. So yeah. Luckily they've been quite stable lately, so no real big issues. A win! I got a win! Let's see, where are we going? Nomex. The results of the poll are very, very interesting. We have Nomex is battle number 176. That means we have about 40 or 50 battles to go. Yeah. Quiz 1, just for giggles. Let's see. The question was, would you rather have the third modifiers back or SR16? 22.4 of you said neither. 32.7 said third modifiers, and 44.9, so the clear winners, pretty clear, would like SR16. That's interesting information. I will for sure pass that along. The current situation of the poll, the RD poll, Righteous Defenders, this is very interesting. Basically, we have one end of the scale is 13.6% and the other end is 66.7%. So that is a definite result on that poll. In between those two, in between the far ends, 20% say that they should be buffed. And that means we have 65% saying one thing and 13% saying another. And the options there are, they are good as they are, or a nerf. I bet some of you can guess. The leader here, 65% say that they are good as they are. Gorkamorka. Earth Wardens drawing aggro while stoned. While stoned. Yeah, actually, that is it's a very deep-rooted problem. Team is aware of it. It is being looked into, but it is an issue that seems to be causing lots of gray hairs, put it that way. Yeah, especially when it's not 100% recurring. So yeah, but it is being looked into. Hopefully as soon as possible it can be resolved. But the Earth Wardens, they are getting a little bit of a nerf, so you probably will be seeing less of them in the future. Though the nerf itself, it's not reducing the chance of the Reconstruction Hammer from creating them again, though the Reconstruction Hammer itself is getting a little nerf, not much, but a little. But the Earth Wardens, their statue time is being reduced, so currently there's 10 seconds. They're going to, on Monday, they're going to be 6. Gorkamorka, yeah, I like the balance changes. There was some talk that bye-bye free-to-play build, but I'm not sure that there is kind of like really a free-to-play build as such. Because throughout the game, throughout the ranks, and even within the ranks, like every 300 to 400 rating points, the general meta changes. And so you can't, there is no one build that will work for everything. Sure, there might be a build that'll work for a majority of cases. Not referring to the Phylactery Swarm here at all, but but yeah, we'll see. Yeah. Seas. What's this talk about? Seas. RL is calling. Okay, have a good evening yourself. We'll stick around here and try to figure out what RL is. RL. Zoom! Zoom! No! Zoom! Zoom is here. Has Zoom already battled? Hopefully not. Zoom! Zoom! I can't find Zoom on the list. Did Zoom miss the sign up? Oh dear. Notorious RTG. Notorious was in the chat, I'm pretty sure, at some point. We are slowly getting near to the end. This has been a long stream. We're already 2.5 hours in. Notorious! I'm so sorry I won. Running out of my refreshments. Yes, it was a good fight. It was a good fight indeed. The Trojan. We actually have a player coming up soon who is here for the very first time and has the most difficult name I can even attempt to try to pronounce. We're going to try. Okay, no worries, Zoom, no worries. If you're interested in some good balance changes coming up for next season, then just rewind the stream to the beginning and watch that, and then join us back here. Very soon we're going to have a very interesting name, a player who's here for the very first time. Very first sign up, coming up right after Heite. I think Heite was here as well. Is Heite still in the chat? I'm gonna attempt to pronounce this name once it spins up, and you guys can see the name as well. This is a tricky one. Whew. But it's not it doesn't have any Cyrillic characters, so it's a name that I can attempt to actually pronounce. We'll try. So coming up next is Choe Papi Moenanio. Try to say that 3 times really fast. Is Choe Papi Moenanio here? Watching the stream, being here for the very first time. If you are, give us a shout out. And let me know if I pronounced that correctly. Oh man. Matthias is coming up soon. Nip, Constantine coming up. Crushly. The cheat Benizute. Benuzette. Yeah, that's it. Woodier. Nubinitis. The exploit. The backdoor. Rib. To noober. The uber noob. To uber noob. Still don't know what Gorkamorka said. RL is calling. What is RL? I can't think of it. RL. It's not like, can't think of anything to do with sleeping or RL. Real life? What's that? Real life? Are you telling me that there's something behind that door? Muchacho, it's pronounced Chupapi Monanio. Chupapi Monanio? I was almost there, not quite. Almost. Chupapi Monanio. Oh, great. And what did I try? I tried Chupapi Moenanio. Oh, dear. Dave! Chupapi! Oh, excellent. Oh, it's how you'd write it in Dutch. Well, which one of you is Chupapi now? Is it Dave or is it Muchacho? It has to be Dave. Oh, that's great. The Matthias is going down. Oh, excellent. Yeah. Yep, we were just talking the first time here. First sign up. That's great. That's great. Mathamar. Oh right, muchachos orders. Okay, that's good. Yeah, you get gems. If you win, you get today you're getting 300 gems for a win, 200 gems for a draw, and 100 gems for a loss. And answering the quizzes will get you 50 gems a quiz. The gems for the battles you get immediately as soon as the battle is over. Then boom, the system sends you the gems. But for the quizzes and for anybody who's signed an account up for not battling, they just want the quizzes. So if you have an account that you know has no chance, then you're absolutely free to tap the check the box that it's an account that doesn't need to battle, and that just means that we get a nicer, nippier stream. We don't have to battle accounts that really have no chance, but you are completely free. Even if you know you can't battle, then you can set it up that you do battle. It's fun to see yourself battle. If you have an alternate account that you don't need to, then go ahead. But anyway, those the quiz gems and the folks we don't fight, they get the gems tomorrow. The following day. It requires a little bit of manual work, that's why. And yeah, the accounts that we don't battle, they get the same gems as a loss. So 100 gems. Sometimes rewards are more, sometimes they're a little less. They change. And sometimes we have 2 streams a week. Sometimes we only have 1. That also changes. This week we're only having the 1 stream. Next week we might be having 2 streams. Don't want to get people's hopes up. We are going to be hopefully starting up a first-time spinners event again. Probably not next week yet, but soon. But I hope you've had fun on the first stream here, Dave. Chupapi. Yeah. And if you weren't here at the very beginning, then do hop to the beginning. You can see the battle news. There's sneak peeks on some stuff coming up next Monday. Oh. I wonder, do we have anybody else coming up shortly that's... Well, Notorious! Missed that. Yeah, Notorious. And Notorious is here in the chat. You were here for the first time as well. Excellent. It's always nice to have first-timers, so to say. Actually, we do have a few others as well. We have Senna coming up and Defender. Senna right now. First time here. And yeah, so we do have quite a few first-timers here. So if you're watching and you're here for the very first time, then indeed, the gems for the battles, 300 for a win, 200 for a draw, and 100 for a loss. Those you get immediately, like now. Senna just got 100 gems. If you've got your game running at the same time as you're watching here, you won't magically see your gems increase. Okay? It will require a certain event that forces a resync of your inventory. For instance, purchasing something with gems, I think, does it, or just restarting the game. So if you have the game running, then the gems won't appear like that. And gems for the quizzes, and gems for those who marked that they don't need to be battling on the stream. They get the gems tomorrow. Why tomorrow? Well, it's like all soon going to be 9 o'clock local time in the evening here, so I usually just want to log off and go do other stuff for the evening, and then tomorrow normal work hours, then get to sorting through who gets extra gems. And it's 50 gems a quiz, so might as well do that. Results for the second quiz. Well, I'm going to leave the second quiz open when we're getting a small trickle of folks entering up. So, I'm not. So quiz 2, how did it end out? Well, at the moment we might get a few more answers in here and there, but it is now 50% of responses are saying that they are as good. They are good as they are. But a good strong 31.3 are of the opinion that they could do with a buff. And I have to say the data might slightly support this, that they might need a slight buff. So I would not... Oh, we run out of auto spins. Let's just fill those up. That'll be enough for the rest of the stream. So yeah, I wouldn't put it past the designers to come up with a very small, nice buff for the RDs, but I can't promise it. So. Zoom back from the changes, and I enjoy most of them. Most of them, not all of them. Oh no! And I need someone who's better at math to tell me if risen archers have more or less the same damage at higher levels. Okay, excellent question. Those who noticed that as well. I did mention the reasoning behind the 4 changes. So there were 2 buffs and 2 nerfs to the risen archers. And the reason for that is, what we have seen from the data is that the risen archers are slightly overpowering at early levels or early ranks, but slightly underpowered at later ranks. And so what we've done now is we have decreased the base values for, I think it was the health and the attack, but increased their kind of the multiplier. So basically how much it increases per level. And so what that will mean that then the risen archers early on in the ranks or early on in their levels, they will be they'll have less power. But then as they get closer to being more higher level, then their power will actually be more than it is now. So say if the curve is like, you know, if it's like that, then now it's going to change like that. So, you know, it'll be steeper. They'll start off a bit lower, but they'll end off a lot higher. So yeah. So yeah, that I hope that answers your question, Zoom. Yeah, if you had good math skills, then you could figure out where the midpoint, where the old kind of whatchamacallit thingamidoodah, the curve meets the new one. But in general, it means lower level they're less powered than they are now. Higher level they've got more power than they do. And I would imagine it'll mean that, like, if you have level 100 archer, then it will be more powerful than what it is now. And if you have like level 40 archer, then it's going to be a little bit weaker than they are now. And that's just because, as I said, we noticed at lower leveled they're a bit overpowered, and at higher level they're a little underpowered. Fire 965, yeah. good idea. How did I do that? Oh. So how many more battles do we have? Oh, who was that? That was Kazuke Zakaria. That was battle number 206. Now we're going to fight FTS Odin. FTS Odin, is this your first time Spinners account? Or an old one? Could be. And actually this is the very first time that FTS Odin is in. Fire 965, indeed I did. Well, not that they don't have a good win rate, it's just that the win rate is under the kind of most optimal balanced that it could be. Basically, if we rank every unit according to their win rate for rank 16 only for the past month, then the RDs are below the kind of like the, what is it, the median, the 50% part or whatever. So yeah, so the data does slightly support the idea that they could be buffed slightly, but not by much. I mean, we are very near to the RDs being nicely balanced. Very near. Stainy. Next we're going to have the back door. Then we have Yaboy also here for the very first time. We're going to have Roserman, who's here for the very first time. A name I can't pronounce is here for the very first time. Forerunner. Inter Giacomo is here. Elatinar. Oh, there's lots of new first timers at the end here. Lapsus. Byoke. We have lots of players here. First timers. But we are finally nearing the end, and it's probably going to the end. Yeah, we're 1 hour over, so 3 hour stream. Oh, this is long. Yeah, boy. Well, ending off with a defeat, or near to ending off. It's your boy. Yeah. Yeah, boy. Oh, Salji's alt. Okay. So Salji's alt was here for the very first time. Do we have now? Yeah, Roserman. Roserman here for the very first time too. Rating of 107. That's a nice rating for like, you know, tier 0 and 1 artifacts. Victory. Testaviron. An ethereal army, not really a swarm army, but an ethereal army nonetheless. I'm going to win this. There we go. Zoom Eternal, yeah, I've seen a few times an Eternal, a Titan build that has phylactery. I've seen a few of them. Yeah, I don't know. I've always thought that the phylactery is the best with a swarm, but yeah. I don't think I've seen, at least I haven't noticed a Titan phylactery army in the stream. Viper, yeah, I would imagine so, because it will be also increasing as time goes by. Then it'll be increasing the power of the Mind Corruptor. Yeah, Viper, I think the last stream I already mentioned that. If you can't beat them, join them. Yeah, I've had that now for a few seasons at least. Yeah, 3 groups of mushrooms, the demon flower, even though I still do not like the demon flower. Yeah, I mean, it's the only layout I've found that I can keep somewhere near the 800 to 600 global position. I can never get better than that. Now and then, when brand new season, I can now and then scrape up to about 300, but then I fall back. Yeah, Zoom, yeah. Viper, and I also do have kind of like ready to spin up. I have that, the one I'm running now, but then also I do have my phylactery swarm. But that doesn't seem to perform as well as the demon flower at the moment. For those of you who don't know, the Mind Corruptor, I call the Mind Corruptor the demon flower. And it looks like a flower and it's a demon, and I don't like it. So it's a demon flower. Zoom, try out my Death Knight build. It's fun and it's okay, and it's not MC. Yeah, actually, I remember running a Death Knight at one point as well. Yeah, it could be worth trying. Yeah. But I think the most fun usually is using a Titan build, because sometimes when you have a swarm, there's so much happening, it's difficult to follow what's happening, and it's like, I don't know. Having a Titan build, you're able to follow and see what happens a bit more easily. Yeah. Blessed Bombot's helped a few times. I have noticed that. And that was just a random addition. That Blessed Bombot was not there, but I did tell you guys on Discord that I might be making some tweaks to it up until the stream starts, and so I did. I had noticed that I had left one army point unused, and so I did pop in that Blessed Bombard. Initially, I thought I'd just put it in with at level 1. But good old unit boost feature boosted it up to level 123. But there's no artifacts on it, nothing helping it out, so it's just early on giving those Eternal Marches a little bit of a boost. Leonidas. We have... Oh, we have 11 more no, 10 more battles to go. And we have a new first timer here coming up. Inter Giacomo 2000. And after that, another first timer. Latanar. Yeah, it's a long stream. It's going to be over 3 hours. I mean, 4 minutes to go. Well, we actually did, because, yeah, the stream started about 3 minutes late. So, we might just squeeze it into exactly 3 hours. But we have done once. We did do... Is my Wi-Fi gone down? Hope it hasn't. Oh no, my Wi-Fi is going. Let me check. Ooh, my phone's dropped out of the Wi-Fi. Let's just interrupt that. No, the Wi-Fi is still on. Yeah. Don't remember when I've last had that. But it could be my Wi-Fi. Because my game is not loading anymore. But I know what to do. Yep. It is my Wi-Fi. So we will try a different Wi-Fi. Did it connect already? It's fun to run into issues now and then. There we go. And we shall continue. We don't have many to go. And I'll need to figure out what's wrong with my Wi-Fi. Or then it's not the Wi-Fi. Who was the last battle that we had? We have an account that's been signed up incorrectly. We have an account that is incorrect. Does anybody remember what was the last one we had? Was it Altanar or Thmog? Anybody remember? Anybody remember? Anybody? Could have been Altanar, that was it. Yeah, that was the last one. So, this has been, yeah, this must be a typo in the tag, and that is an account that is way too old. Save. Go live. There we go. Smog. There we go. We're continuing. Yeah, that's happened once before. I remember it was probably a few months ago. It's an account that is kind of like if somebody types in a wrong player tag, and that happens to just be an account that's like probably before the official launch, so from beta times, then that happens. That was such an account. Probably be good to see if the rest of the team agrees whether the I didn't put the auto spins on, whether maybe some cleanup is in order at some point. We have, what is this, like winky face? And final battles coming up. Lapsu Small Byoke, Zekor, Rozerbig, Mahan, and Cholo. And Quiz 2 is finished off 50%. So they're good as they are. And 31.8% say a buff might be nice. Anyway, the quiz is closing. Quiz 2 is now closed as well. Finally, a few battles coming up. Somebody just popped up their player tag. I'll just drop that out. It's better not to share player tags. Yeah, obviously somebody missed the sign up. Sign up happens before the stream. Yeah, no problem, Thomas. Sign up happens before the stream. We have the in-game news that pops up some hours before the stream does, and then in Discord usually it can vary slightly depending on my schedule, but usually it's quite often about 6 hours before the stream. We do pop up the sign up into Discord, and you can then sign up. So yeah, and I'm sometimes I do an extra run if there's been lots who missed the sign up, but this has now been 3 hours. It's a long stream, so I'm not going to do any extra sign ups now. But Thomas, love the game. We've been playing since 2020. Excellent. So that's like way back from almost launch time. Yeah, the beta phase was. Oh, I think we had the beta. It was in beta phase for like half year or a year. 2020 August was it first? Sometime in August, or it was at the end of July. Was the official launch. So I'm going to be coming up on 3 years this summer. Wow. Victory. At least I got one victory in the end. It's win rate 62%. That's not bad. Roads are big. We have 2 more battles after this. Mahan and Cholo. Those of you who joined the stream late, do scoot back to the beginning. We had the battle news. There was some good new balance changes coming up. Quite a few of them. Watch that. You see what's going to happen. What's going to change on Monday. What else? I don't know. Yeah. Cool stuff. Mahan. See if I scrape a win here. No, there's the Storm Dragon. Thomas, how's the Russian Finnish guy? Forget his name. Yeah, he used to stream. Yeah, Ulthar. Yeah, Ulthar's doing fine. Yeah. Haven't talked to him in a while now, though. But yeah, he's doing great. Victory. And the last battle for this evening. Cholo. Though it might be morning where you are. Midday. Afternoon. Evening. Middle of the night. Well, whatever time it is. It's right now. And it's Cholo. So am I going to end off with a win? Somehow I doubt it, because there is the Minecrafter and 2 Ember Fiends. This has usually spelled my doom during this stream. And it looks as though it's spelling my doom now as well. No! Come on, no! Ah, that was good. Yeah, no problem, Tomas. Hope you had fun. Yeah, excellent. Who else did we have here? Well, we had no Torias, Anti-Viper, obviously, Muchacho, and everybody who was here. Zoom, Sal G, Fire 965, Ribs, TSA, Pyro Bebop was here earlier, Breather as well. Yeah, excellent. You guys were here. Mathmar was here. He's probably still here. Thanks to all of you. It's super cool. Oh, and Chupapi. Can't forget Chupapi. Here for the first time. Excellent. Thanks, you guys. So cool that you guys could be here and follow and watch. This was fun. Very long, but it was fun nonetheless. Next week, we'll probably have 2 streams. Try to cut them down into more manageable sizes. So, yeah. We'll think it. Should we do like 1 sign up but split it into 2 streams? I don't know. Yeah, we'll think about it. Anyway, hope you guys had fun. Hope you like the balance changes that are coming in for Monday. I'll see you guys on Discord, on the battlefields. We'll see you in the stream next week. Have fun. I'll leave you with some cool music and some speed art, I suppose. Oh, where are they? I don't know where they are. They're there. Okay. Get them going. Okay. Have fun, guys. See you later.